All right, so this is a recording of how I would apply the 3 Ps: person, punctuation, and pronunciation in accurate reading of the passage. If you can read the passage to this degree using all 3 Ps, then you will definitely do very well for your reading, okay? So I'm going to begin now, right? Are you all ready? If you're ready, please sit up straight and give me your full and undivided attention. Watch out for the 3 Ps, okay? The person, the punctuation, and the pronunciation. Also notice Mr. Pang's speed. I am not rushing. Don't rush when you read. The faster you go, the less accurate your reading will be. So slow down, that's the key, all right? I will begin. Henry's father was reading the newspaper when he came across an article. It was about an event that he thought Henry would be interested in. Do you know that the new sports center is opening tomorrow? Henry's father asked Henry, who was doing his homework. Henry's face lit up at once. Yes, he exclaimed. My friends told me that admission is free. There will be activities for everyone to try out too. Can we go? He looked at his father and hoped that he would agree. When Henry's father smiled and nodded his head, Henry let out a whoop of joy. He loved to go for such events where there would be fun games and free gifts. Excitedly, he sent his friends a message to tell them the good news. All right. Now, did you all hear the 3 Ps in action? Yes, right? Did you hear my word endings, my Ts, my Ds, and my Ss? Right? Did you hear the pauses at the full stops that were longer than the pauses at the commas? Did you hear that? Did you hear my pauses at the question marks as well and the exclamation marks? Good. Did you hear the variation of my tone when I was hitting an exclamation mark? Did you hear me go up? Sound very excited, right? When I got to a question mark, did you hear me go, right? As if I'm asking a question? Yes. So always let the punctuation, the person, and the pronunciation guide you in your reading of the passage. All right. So now, without further ado, it's 2:15. Let me move on to the next section, which is the picture. Okay. And I want us to try to remember how we actually approached the picture. Okay. So I'm going to move this down to the picture. Okay. Now, can you all remember what is the acronym that we use to structure our responses for the picture? I'm sure you can all remember, right? Can someone wave your hands at me so I can give you the opportunity to tell me what is the acronym that we use for the picture? We just did it on Friday, right? What is the 5 letters that we always use? Nathaniel, go.
Trees.
Very good. Can you tell me what each of the letters stand for? Can you remember all of them?
Pot. Reason.
Very good. Very good. Yes. Good.
Example.
Okay. Good.
Explanation.
Good.
And suggestion.
Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Let's give a round of applause to Nathaniel, who has given us every single one of the letters correctly. Well done, okay? Explanations and suggestions, right? So we try to use this in order to structure our responses so that we will not leave anything out, okay? So this is a good way to remember what I must always have when I respond to any question. All right. So now I'm going to respond to this question, right? And always remember, the first question that they ask you is related to the picture. You must use every part of the picture, right? So what do I mean by every part of the picture, right? If you look at the picture, you will see that there is a title, right? And then there's a lot of information, right? The fact that it's free, the fact that there's a date and a time for you to attend. And then it's always divided into 3 sections. Remember, Mr. Pang always talks about 3, right? My favorite number is 3. Okay, so very often they'll ask you to talk about 3 different parts. Okay, and then it's the day of fun, get your family and friends to come along. So there's 1 spot here, 2 spot here, and 3 spot here. Okay, so can anyone name me what these spots are? Right? Are you able to name all of the spots? I think number 1 should be quite easy, right? Rochelle, go ahead.
Golf.
Oh, is number 1 golf? No, not quite.
Oh.
Keen?
Number 1 is floorball.
Floorball, okay, it could be floorball or hockey. So I'm just going to put floorball there, okay. What about number 2 and number 3? They're a little bit more challenging. Kevin, go for it. Which one?
Hip hop and swimming.
Oh, okay, all right. So number 2 looks like some kind of a dance or some kind of like an exercise activity. Okay, I think I'll put that down as dance. And what was the third one that you mentioned, Kevin? Was it swimming? Do you notice that she's sitting on something here, right? Not quite swimming, right? What is the thing that you do where you ride on top of a board in the water? Does anybody know what the name of that particular activity is? Yes. Anyone? Oh, Kai, did you just try to raise your hand? Yeah, go for it. Try it. It's okay if it's wrong. It's okay.
Surfing.
Surfing. Yes, very good. Not surfing the internet, huh? It's actual physical surfing, okay? Yeah. So this is surfing. All right. So we have the 3 activities. So let's answer the first question, all right? I'm not going to write it, so you don't have to write, okay? All you need to do is just mirror my highlights and my words over here. I'll give you a minute just to write this, highlight it, and note it down on your paper, okay? Just mirror this on your paper, right? Don't worry, I won't ask you to write anything today. I will just verbally tell you my response, right? So there's not going to be a lot of writing, just this, okay? Right, so always remember, use every word that is in the passage, or in the picture, sorry, and use every part of the picture in your response. Try not to ignore the picture. A lot of Mr. Pang's students, when they go for oral, they tend to get so excited that they forget to use the picture. They start to talk about themselves or about their own experiences. That's going to happen in question 2. Okay? Question 1 must always be about the picture. Try to use up all the parts of the picture. Otherwise, you will end up with not much to say. Okay? So let's look at the question. Are we all okay? If you're okay, give me a thumbs up to show me that I can move down to the next part. Thumbs up if you're ready. Okay? Very good. All right? I'm going to move down now. All right? Don't worry. If you weren't able to catch all of this, I will give you a little bit more time later. And I will send this document to your parents so that you can refer to it. Okay? Right. So let's go down to the question. So the first question is always look at the picture. Okay? Everybody don't need to unmute now, but just in your own house, say, look at the picture. Just say it to yourself. Look at the picture. Yeah, that's right. Okay? The first question is always about the picture. You must always look at the picture and you must use every part of the picture. So never ignore the picture. Use it. It's there to help you. So use every part of it. Use every word in it, use every part of the picture so that your answers will be super, super long and interesting, okay? So look at the picture. Would you want to attend this open house? Why or why not? Now, would you want to attend this open house? Yes or no? Renice, should you say yes or no? Renice, cannot hear you, unmute. Cannot hear you. You need to unmute, Renice. You need to unmute yourself. Oh dear, I think your microphone is not working. All right, let's see. Fabian, should you be a yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you. Nice and clear. Now, can you tell me why it must be a yes and not a no?
In not, we have nothing to say about
Yes.
the no.
Yes. Correct, right? If you say no, you cannot use the picture, Correct, right, Fabian? Right?
Mm.
If I say yes, I can use the whole picture. But if I say no, I have to think of my own picture. So never say no. Always say Yes, I would love to attend. So now Mr. Pang is going to give you a sample of my response for this, okay? And I'm going to show you which part of the picture I'm using as I am responding to this while I use trees to respond to it, okay? Right, so are you all ready? Again, sit up straight, give me your full attention, right? I'm only going to do this one example. I will leave the rest to a recording that I will send to you all later, okay? For now, just give me your full attention. I'll demonstrate how I use trees and every part of this picture to answer the first question, okay? So pretend I'm the teacher. Look at the picture. Would you want to attend this open house? Why or why not? Okay, so now pretend Mr. Pang is the student, okay? Now I'm the student, Yes, I would love to attend this Singapore Sports Station open house on the 2nd of December 2018, Sunday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. I think that this sports station open house is going to be a very fun and interactive activity that me and my family and friends will really enjoy together. And that is why I would love to attend. Furthermore, I think that since it's free, this will allow me to attend this without having to pay any money. And because I'm trying to save up for a holiday at the end of the year, I think that the free admission will help me to save money towards my holiday at the end of the year. In addition to that, they offer 3 different exciting sports and activities that I would be very interested to try. The first is floorball, which I have never played in my life. I would like to learn how to play floorball with my friends and family because it looks like a very interesting sport. Second is dance. I think that the pose that this person is putting up in the picture is very cool. I would also like to dance and be able to put myself into that kind of a cool pose by learning this activity. I think dance is a very interesting and a very dynamic sport, and I would like to learn it. Finally, surfing. I am not too sure about this activity. Even though I am able to swim, I am not sure that I will be able to balance on a surfboard like this girl is in the picture. She looks like she's very happy and very stable. If I were her, I would probably tip over and fall into the water with a big splash. In summary, I think that I would certainly want to participate in this open house because of all the reasons that I have just noted. However, I would like to offer a suggestion. Instead of the open house being only on one day, the 2nd of December, maybe they can organize it over a few days, maybe one day for each sport, so that more people can participate in the sport that they like and be able to spend the whole day playing with their friends and family. Thank you. All right. Did you all notice Mr. Pang using up every part of the picture? Right? Did I use up every word that was in the picture? Right? Did I use trees, T-R-E-E-S? Did I give my thought, my reason, my example, my explanation, and a suggestion? Right? Did you hear all of it? Okay. Now, that is kind of like the model. Okay. Try to use every part of the picture and use trees to help you to speak as much as possible. Do you all have any questions about what I have just gone through? Okay. It's now 2:28. We have a little bit more time. Would you like me to demonstrate the second question for you? Yes? Would you like me to demonstrate the second question? Okay, I will do one more question and then I will let all of you do the rest after I send you a model of the other questions as well, okay? So now, the second question. So the first question and the first part of the question has been done. We have used trees for this and we have looked at the picture. Okay, so now let me go to the second part of the question, which will not be about the picture. It will be about you now. Okay, The second question will no longer be about the picture, it will be about you. So tell me about your favorite sport. Now, do not worry about this, okay? I'm sorry, Rochelle, did you raise your hand? Yes, Rochelle? No? Okay, right. So now, do not worry about this part, okay? On that day, right, if you are like really nervous and you cannot think of any sport, like you can't think of your favorite sport, right? Or you don't have a favorite sport, okay? What is the easiest thing to do? How can you help yourself in that situation? Anybody has a suggestion? What if I cannot think of any sport? How do I answer this question? If my mind is blank, I can't think of anything. Anyone? Raise your hands if you have an idea about what you can do if you are in that situation and you blank out. You can't think of a sport. Anyone? Anybody has a good idea about what to do? Okay, right? Then let Mr. Pang give you a suggestion, okay? If this happens to you on that day, if they ask you a question and you really cannot think of anything to say in reply to that question, you may use either the picture or the passage to help you. You can get ideas from there. But you have to say that idea as if it is yours, okay? So now I'm going to demonstrate. Let's pretend Mr. Pang is really nervous, right? And I don't know, I can't think of a different sport, right? I can't think of badminton, I can't think of basketball, I can't think of another sport. I'm going to use one of the sports in the picture here, right, to answer the question. But I will make that my own. I will pretend that that is my favorite sport. And it's all right, okay? It doesn't actually have to be your favorite sport, but if you're really nervous, this is one way you can do it. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate this, and I'm going to work through TREES again, okay? And I'm going to like tick it as I go through it, okay? Right? Please don't write this in your paper, right? I'm just showing you this so that I can show you how I go through each letter as I respond to the question, okay? Don't write this on your paper, don't write this, I'm just showing you so that I can track with you how I finish each of the letters, okay? So, tell me about your favorite sport, right? My favorite sport is floorball. I think that floorball is a very fun sport because it is played in a team. And I like any sport that involves many people working together in order to score a goal. And that is what floorball is. In addition, I think that floorball is really fun because it allows me to use a stick to hit a ball. And it's very difficult to do it accurately, and it requires a lot of training. That is why we are always practicing in our floorball team to hit the ball accurately so that it can travel into the goal every single time we hit it. Finally, I think that floorball is really fun because I am part of the school team and I can travel to other schools to play with other school teams. And this allows me to see the floorball teams and the schools outside of my own. It's really fun to be able to travel now that COVID is no longer stopping us. We can go to different schools in different parts of Singapore and play with different teams. And that to me is really fun. For example, last week, we were at Sengkang Primary School, and Sengkang Primary School is quite near to Sim Lim Primary School. We went there on a school bus, and along the way, the team sang songs and played games, and we were really, really having a lot of fun. Even though we lost to Sengkang Primary School's floorball team, we still had a lot of fun, and we shook hands at the end of the game to show that we were still friends. I would like to also explain that floorball is not a difficult game to learn, even though it is a difficult game to get good at. I think everybody can learn how to play floorball if they only try. Finally, my suggestion is that every student should have a sport because sports is very important to keep us healthy and strong and to give us a good way to learn how to work with our friends. Thank you. Okay, everybody, did you all see how I use trees? Okay, did you hear my thoughts, reasons, examples, experiences, and suggestions, right? So I don't need you to say so much, right? Maybe just 1 or 2 sentences for each. But when it comes to your reasons and when it comes to your examples, please try to give at least 3. Remember the rule of 3. 1 is lonely, right? 2 is too exclusive, and 3 is friendly, right? So we want to get 3 responses, especially for our reasons and for our examples. All right? Any questions at this point in time, boys and girls? Any burning questions you'd like to ask me about oral on Monday or about anything, right? You can ask me questions now and I can set your mind at ease so you won't be so nervous on Monday, okay? Any questions? All right. If not, then let me, Shalina, did you have a question? No? Okay. If not, then I would like to give you all an opportunity to practice, okay? So you can read the passage, right? The reading passage that you have in your oral notes, right? And you can send it to me and I can reply to you through WhatsApp on a mark that I will give to you upon 6 for your reading, okay? And if you'd like me to listen to your reading or to your responses to this particular like oral passage on the sports open house or the previous one that we did, you can record your responses and send to me through WhatsApp, and I can also give you a mark. Like I will listen to it and assess you like I am the oral examiner and give you an estimated mark along with what you can do to improve yourself, okay? I will give priority to index number 1 to 20 because your exams are tomorrow, right? Index numbers 21 to 38, you can send to me as well, but I will respond to you tomorrow because your paper, your oral will be on Tuesday. Okay, so I will prioritize index numbers 1 to 20 first. I'm not going to force you. If you don't want to send it to me, it's okay. But I'd like to encourage you to take this opportunity to practice and also get feedback from Mr. Pang. All right. If there's no further questions and no other concerns, please be reminded to have a good night's sleep, especially for those of you having the oral exam tomorrow, because it will be in the afternoon and you'll need to stay back quite long, right? So you may not be used to it. So please sleep earlier tonight. And have a book ready with you to read and bring all your oral notes with you so that you can revise it, okay? Even if your oral is mother tongue tomorrow, like your index number 21 to 38, please also bring your English oral notes so that you can study it, right? While you're waiting for your mother tongue oral, okay? So that's all. I was 6 minutes over time. I promised you half an hour, yeah, I'm over by 6 minutes, but it's okay. Don't worry, I will send this recording to all of you, and I will also record my response to the remaining questions of this exercise so that you all have a full set. Okay? Any questions, anyone? No? Okay, then, if not, thank you so much for your kind attention. Review this video. I will send it to you, okay? I will see you all on Monday, right? Thank you. Bye. Yes, stay back if you have questions. Bye.
Mr. Pang. Bye.
Yes, hold on till you have questions, right? Hold on.
Hold on.
If you have questions, stay back. If you have no questions, you can go. Thank you. Okay, yes, questions, please. Yes, Adele, go for it.
Is it for the oral tomorrow is reading picture description and picture description?
Yes, it's reading and picture discussion. Yes, there are 2 components to it. Remember, you will get one piece of paper, 2 sides. One side will be the picture, the other side will be the passage, right? You will be given 5 minutes to look at both and prepare. Remember, Mr. Pang told you 2 minutes for the passage, 3 minutes for the picture, right? Passage is punctuation, person, and pronunciation, right? Picture is trees, T-R-E-S. Predict what they will ask based on the passage, right? And then use trees to structure your responses, okay? So that will be your 5-minute preparation. Then you will go for the oral with the examiner. The examiner will let you read the passage first. Then after that, ask you to turn the paper over. Then he will ask you questions about the picture. You just need to respond using trees. Okay? That's the procedure.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah, don't worry, you'll be fine. Any other questions? Peng Sim, do you have a question?
How about the other 2 questions?
What about the other 2 questions? I'm sorry, what do you mean?
The other remaining questions, because you never go through.
Yes, so I already mentioned earlier that I'll be sending the model recording of those questions so they can refer to those models and listen to them. Does that answer the question?
Okay.
It does?
Yes, yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. Yep. Anybody else? Any other questions? Okay, so I will send out the annotated slides. I will send out the recordings, and I will send out the link to this video in case you need to review what I said about the reading passage as well. Okay? Yes, Adele?
I'm sorry, Mr. Pang. I'm Adele's mommy.
Yes.
So here
Hello.
you said trees, right? So look
Yeah.
at the picture and we do trees. So
Yes.
actually, when we look at the picture, we will do all the explanation. But
Hmm.
in this part, you said, tell me about your favorite spot. So it's actually out of the trees already, right?
No. It's still, you can still use trees to respond to a personal question, but the first question is always about the picture, right? So trees applies whether it's picture or not picture, right? Like just now when I demonstrated, right? Like my personal sport, right? I can talk about, say, basketball. Basketball is not in the picture, right? I can say basketball. I think basketball is really fun. T, right? Because reason, because it is a team sport, because it involves a lot of skill with the ball. I love bouncing the ball around. I love running around the court. Reason 1, reason 2, reason 3. Then examples. Just last week, I was playing basketball with my friends and I scored a 3-pointer for the first time in my life. A 3-pointer is a 3-meter shot, right, from outside the basket, blah, blah, blah. And then S, I suggest that all students should learn how to play basketball because it's a really, really fun sport. I'm still using trees, but I'm not referring to the picture.
Apart from looking at the picture, during the oral, there will be also some questions that is out of these pictures.
Yes, only the first question will be the picture. All subsequent questions will be outside the picture. Yeah.
Okay, and you can apply trees to answer those
Yes.
questions.
Correct.
Okay,
It's
thank
just that you will not be able to use the picture lah. Yeah, because it
Okay.
will be something that's related to your personal experiences or your
Okay.
personal life. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No worries. Yep. Nathaniel, did you have a question? No? Okay, then I'm going to end the call, right? So that I can go and do the recording for the remaining questions. Right. Look forward to it. I'll see you on Monday, okay? Take care. Bye.